I wanted to talk about the sad story surrounding Maleah Davis. They apparently just identified her body. Her body parts were scattered all over a field. The boyfriend of Brittany Bowens has confessed to the murder, apparently. What blows me away about this case is Brittany Bowens says that her boyfriend abused the child for years, and she covered up for him. A year and a half ago, Child Services took the child out of the home. She lied to the police and told the police that she fell. She suffered a brain injury because she fell, but she lied about the whole thing. The brain injury that she suffered was from her boyfriend beating her and abusing her. But she continued to stay with this man. Now, apparently, they had broken up a week before her death. But she decided to leave her child with him. She goes out of town for 3 days, and she decides to leave the child with this abusive man. And she ends up dead. This little girl ends up being murdered. Apparently, he chopped up her body and he threw her body parts all over this field in Arkansas. The reason why they were able to discover the body, because somebody was cutting the grass. They were mowing the grass, and one of her bones got cut in a lawnmower. It got caught in a lawnmower. And then they discovered this is a human bone. They thought it was a bone of an animal or something like that, but it was a bone of this little girl. And that's when they started searching the field, and they found the rest of her body parts out in this field in Arkansas. This is a sick, sad story. I'm sick and tired of a lot of women putting men ahead of their kids. They care more about these men than they do about their kids. This woman needs to go to prison. She should get charged and prosecuted right along with her boyfriend. They both should be charged and prosecuted with murder. They both deserve life in prison. This woman should not be having any more kids in her custody. This woman should not be allowed to see the light of day again. When I see a lot of people on social media defending this woman's behavior, it goes to show that third wave feminism has no bounds. And the problem I have with a lot of these people is they don't have any concept of self-responsibility. They have no concept of self-responsibility. This child was murdered because of her bad decisions. People need to stop defending bad behavior when it comes to women. I see this all the time. These women will choose these men over their kids, and then as soon as the kids end up being abused and killed, you have people still taking the woman's side. This woman needs to go to prison, right along with him. They both deserve to go to prison. But I bet you she doesn't even get charged with anything. The only thing they're probably going to charge her with is child neglect. But she's just as guilty as he is. She knew this man was a pedophile. She knew this man was a child abuser. But she's gonna leave her child in the custody of him? Every time I hear about a case of child neglect or child abuse, it's always some woman allowing their boyfriend to abuse their child. And these women will cover for these men. They cover for these thugs. This makes me sick to my stomach. Now, I don't see any pro-blacks on social media protesting for Maleah Davis. I don't see any social justice warriors. I don't see Black Lives Matter protesting for Maleah Davis. And this is the problem I have with a lot of these social justice warriors. They're more worried about drug dealers being killed by the police than black children being murdered by these thugs. Because this is what's killing the majority of... When a black child is killed, 90% of the time, it's always a situation like this. It's not the police killing black kids. It's thugs killing black kids. It's pedophiles killing black kids. But you're not going to see any of these pro-blacks. You're not going to see any of these social justice warriors protesting for Maleah Davis. If anything, they're going to defend this woman. They're going to defend her behavior. This is why I don't support Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter only cares about black lives when it fits their narrative. If you only care about black lives when it fits a certain narrative, then you don't give a damn about black lives. Black Lives Matter will only protest when the killer is white. But when the killer is black, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit about Pookie and Ray Ray killing black kids every day. They don't care about gang-banging thugs shooting up black kids all over Chicago. You're not going to see Black Lives Matter protest that. They only care about black lives when it fits their narrative. This is why it's a bullshit organization. If black lives really matter, then it should matter all the time, not just when the killer is white. Less than 3% of black people who are killed by white people. The overwhelming majority of black murders are committed by Pookie and Ray Ray. This is why I don't give a damn about these fake pro-blacks on social media. These fake pro-blacks can go to hell and take their social justice bullshit with them. Because if you only care about black lives when it fits a certain narrative, then you don't give a shit about black lives. Hopefully this young girl is going to get some justice. And hopefully these two scumbags are going to go to prison. A lot of people have different opinions about this topic. Leave a comment, rate, and subscribe.